Hi, welcome to my latest Fallout 4 settlement tour. Today I have a special location lined up for you here at Bunker Hill. This is a settlement that you can acquire further along in the main quest line. You may notice a strong Minutemen influence, but there are actually 3 factions that set up shop, including the Atom Cats and the Brotherhood of Steel. They have a light alliance that allows them to establish stronger defenses together, and this leads to a bustling central trading hub. And with that, I hope you enjoy this tour. Now, a lot of people refrain from building here due to the bugginess and it being prone to crashing, and I actually had this issue myself. About a third of the way into this build, I began crashing to desktop, and I almost gave up hope on this settlement. But after traveling away for a few in-game days and then returning, the issues seemed to resolve themselves, and I was able to continue rebuilding. So if you ever encounter that here, I encourage you to be patient with the place, save often, and try the traveling trick if needed, and hopefully it can help. Here we're coming up on the Brotherhood of Steel outpost. They continue to establish a growing network that allows them to expand ranks, ease of transportation, and influence throughout the Commonwealth. After tearing down the junk wall, these factions have pushed the perimeter further out and built new defense points that allow for easy monitoring of trade traffic. This expansion was made possible with the All Settlements Extended mod that allows me to reach and scrap items that you can't normally touch. So while some of the cleanup is still in progress, it is coupled with additional security, and Bunker Hill is now much more inviting to friendly travelers. With the increased trade traffic, it also serves as an opportune recruiting area for these factions. So here we have the Minutemen showcasing their amenities and values to help lure in those that wish to help bolster their ranks. They offer an introduction to crop farming and tips on how to establish a strong foothold in prospective settlements so that they can build up strong. This is where they showcase many of their achievements and the settlements that they've helped restore and align together.
I can patch you up if you need it, for a small fee, of course.
Much like my Sanctuary Hills build, these recruitment outposts supply new troops with welcoming amenities and supplies to increase morale. This is the mission debriefing area where we draw up our plans to keep track of our settlements so that we can respond in a timely manner.
Not many doctors around these days.
Up ahead is the renovated housing for the caravan traders. This also includes Kessler's new home and office. I really tried to build around the existing furniture and belongings because I didn't want to disrupt their lifestyles here. The upstairs is also a bit of a blank slate. I wanted to leave it up to the caravan workers as to how to furnish their rooms. But they do have a few more niceties than they originally did, which was the overall goal. Up next, we have the Atom Cats building, where they've utilized their strength of restoring power armor and vehicles to expand and make the Commonwealth a cooler place.
Busy here.
So they've brought a lot of the fun and recreational activities
Simple as that.
to Bunker Hill. Here we have a wonderful bowling alley.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
If you ain't been up to see Graveyard, you should go. The whole place is run by robots.
The second floor showcases a lot of their more collectible items. Here they have a wonderful arcade area. The last of the restrooms. And this is the maintenance room for the bowling alley below. And these are the wonderfully restored power armor sets on display.
One of them synths.
For the shack that was originally here, the Atom Cats have repurposed it into a few garages to work on some of their restoration projects. As we approach the center area, it's heavily restored on the outside, but I did try to keep the layout on the inside the same so as not to interrupt the caravan process. It's cleaned up a lot,
Yes.
and the only real additions here are these restrooms on the left and the right, which seemed necessary for such a large common space.
Mom runs the surgery, so you better be nice to me.
Due to the lack of raider influence, these caravan shops are now much more well stocked. And everybody is certainly reaping the
World's
rewards.
a-changin', but my deals aren't.
We taught those raiders a lesson. We'll teach them again if they come back.
You know what I call a good day? One that
This outhouse shack has been upgraded to a full bathroom to provide more privacy and shelter. And that upgraded shelter also extends to this storage room. As for the father and son duo,
Don't be shy.
their home has been upgraded quite a bit.
Don't have much booze left.
The bar and hotel has become a
Need a
rather
roof over your
lucrative
head?
business here in Bunker Hill.
Only place in town.
They even have a more secure private bathroom for themselves. The upstairs hotel is still in the process of being upgraded, but it seems to suit visitors just fine.
Yes.
And for the last corner here, we have the Brotherhood of Steel building. This entrance allows settlers to enlist and join the ranks.
Got work to do. Can't talk now.
They have a few goodies at the entrance to entice people to take the full tour of what they have to offer.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time. My back hurts, my feet hurt.
Confirmed.
Hurts.
The second level brings us to the exercise equipment room, as well as the cafeteria.
Confirmed.
And the third floor will take us to the Brotherhood of Steel barracks.
Confirmed. Full.
Up next, we have the power armor and weapon workshops for the troops to stay battle ready.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days.
They have a bit of a defense overlook here for additional support.
Yes?
And this leads to the sky bridge over to the vertebrate pad. And for those with higher security clearance, they can access the fifth floor, where some of the more prized technology is kept.
Fifth floor.
Easy living, this ain't.
Here we have some of the scribes keeping in touch with the Pridwin and updating their progress on some of their experiments.
Promise is honest. As honest work gets.
Yes?
The major experiment here being the teleporter pad, that they're working on restoring so that they can transfer some of their armaments to the grid one. It's still in early test phases, but they're making progress due to a newly acquired reactor.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
And that is my take on how these factions would fortify Bunker Hill. My original inspiration was drawn from Kessler's comments appreciating strong allies,
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingers.
so I went with a cohesive trading hub that everybody benefits from. I hope you enjoyed some of these inspirations, and if you do choose to build here, I hope you have a smooth building experience. My understanding of the crashes that occurred for me and others is that there are some invisible caravan markers here in this market that can cause issues with NPCs or their guards not spawning correctly. And this is why the traveling away for a few days trick can help as it resets some of those issues.
I might be a doctor one day. Or maybe a sharp.
So if you made it this far, I appreciate you tuning in. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you wish to receive notifications for some of my upcoming videos, please feel free to subscribe. I hope to see you next time. Take care.